Alright guys, so I'm cleaning today, and Mondays I usually just clean the guest bathroom, which is what I'm gonna do. I look like shit because I'm not gonna wash my face or anything. I'm just gonna clean the bathroom and wipe down the kitchen, and then I'm just gonna take a shower and then I'll get ready because I don't want to shower and then get dirty, you know, in case I get dirty. I don't usually like sweat or anything like that, but you just never know. At the end of the week, this bathroom is always the messiest because, I mean, hello, boys. Alright, so I decided instead of sweeping today, I'm just gonna sweep tomorrow because regardless, I sweep tomorrow too in this bathroom. So I'm just gonna sweep him up tomorrow because it's a lot dirtier than this bathroom, you know. But this is what I cleaned. Okay, so everything's pretty normal. The floors are still dirty, but I'm like, these kids are gonna end up coming in here and dirtying it anyways. So I'm just gonna clean it tomorrow. So that way I don't have to clean it today and tomorrow. But today, going straight into the kitchen, like there's papers. I just threw the rags there because I'm gonna wash them today, but yeah. There's rice that Arya just threw on the ground, some dishes, and a bunch of like just crap sitting around. So yeah, I'm gonna deal with that, and then I'm gonna go shower. Well, I'm gonna clean the living room because as you can see, Arya has been throwing diapers around and stuff. She did that yesterday, but she's been throwing them around again today. I asked Joseph to not let her do that, but he didn't care. He said, I'm cleaning it anyways, it's fine. But here I am cleaning it. So yeah, it looks like he didn't clean it after all. But I'm gonna clean up the kitchen. After I clean up the kitchen, I'm gonna clean up the living room, sweep that up obviously. And well, I'm gonna sweep the whole kitchen, but yeah, then I'm gonna vacuum and I'm gonna take a shower afterwards. Our routine is kind of like whatever, you know, but it just gets dirty every day and it's just so exhausting. But I haven't cleaned the cabinets since I got here, so I'm just gonna do that. What? No, I don't want to pick you up right now. No, I'm not picking you up either, little girl. But yeah, I don't pick him up because first of all, Eli is heavy as heck, and every time I pick him up, he wants me to pick him up again and again and again, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that routine right now. Maybe after I shower. But yeah, so I'm just gonna clean everything up real quick, and I'm gonna shower, and then I'm gonna get ready and then deep clean the cabinets because I'll show you how it looks, because you know it's not that messy, but it's a little messy, you know. Alright, so I'm now down to the living room. I just gotta vacuum and pick up some diapers that my daughter keeps messing with. But this is the kitchen, nice and clean. I'm cold. I'm not gonna lie, I can't see right now, but my boyfriend said that he would call me earlier, and I thought it was gonna be like while I was cleaning, but he didn't call. He ended up calling while I was showering. So since this dude loves making me look like a toxica on social media, you know, I'm gonna call him right now, and I bet you when I tell him, sorry I was busy, sorry I didn't answer your call, I was busy, I bet you he's gonna be like, oh, it's fine, bet you were with your Sancho or something. Toxico, okay? Toxico. He's the real toxic one in this relationship. So I'm gonna call him.
Hello?
Hey, sorry, I was busy.
It's cool. I only have a little bit of time now.
Oh, it's fine.
What you been up to today?
I'm surprised you didn't say, oh, you're gonna be with your Sancho.
Oh, it's because I already know it's true, so there's no point of asking. I already know.
Wow. Toxico. I got that on camera.
You were probably busy. I was busy. Alright, I bet you were.
I got that on camera since you're always trying to make me look like a toxica on Facebook.
Good. So now people know what you're doing.
Oh, what I'm doing? Toxico?
She ain't ever cleaning.
Oh, I'm never cleaning. Wow. You're never cleaning.
Busy. Oh, please. What did I do this weekend? I cleaned the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, partially downstairs. I didn't get to vacuum it like I wanted to, but got a little lazy.
Well, yeah, I was showering and I just wanted to post that on YouTube because, you know, since you're always bashing me about being a toxica or something like that, putting you out there, honey.
Right.
Okay, so I'm using my bookmark light. So yeah, right now I've had this stuff in the fridge for a day. And this is what I'm doing. So today I already used some of the chicken. I'm boiling chicken right now. I'm making mole today. And so the way I like to organize my meats and stuff in the freezer is like I grab a sandwich bag, but usually I use a storage bag. But this is what I'm able to use right now since that's all I have. I'm just trying to like see how many I have to like picture how many meals I can make with this, you know. Okay, so today is the only day I'm actually gonna use these as they are. I was thinking of making fried chicken sometime this week, maybe next week. Yeah, I think I can make like 2 more meals with this. I've like always wondered
Why does it sound like a bitch is glitching? Someone help me learn how to talk. I'm just so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
What it's like working in like a meat place. But then I remembered my mom used to work at Walmart and she like got a skin infection on her face because she was like cleaning out a like a rotten chicken platter like this. She was like cleaning it out or something like that. I'm not really sure exactly, but the rotten chicken juice like landed in her face. So she ended up getting like really bad acne and stuff like that. Because obviously, you know, she was working, so all she could do is just wipe it off and then that was it. She couldn't do a whole, you know, face routine. But yeah, I messed with her skin for like the longest time. Now her skin is like so much better. She no longer gets like breakouts or anything like that, which is good. Like eventually she ended up getting like good medicine for her face, medicine that a doctor gave her for her face and pimples. After a couple of years of her trying different products, she finally found one that worked for her. But yeah, ever since then I was like, I don't think I could ever work at a place like this or like a deli or anything like that, because I'd be scared, you know, because I'm very clumsy and stuff, so I know something about be squirt into my face and not in the good way. Okay, now I'm doing like chicken breast, and chicken breast I can use with like, I can make a lot of meals with this platter of chicken breast, because yeah, like 1 chicken breast, that's enough to just make like chicken with noodles. Like this one looks big enough to make some chicken nuggets. I'll use 2. I'll probably just make like chicken tenders with these 2. But yeah, this is what I have to do to like make a budget, you know. And after that, I'm just gonna like write it down. I'm just gonna write on them so that way I remember what I was saving this for, you know, because me, I forget everything. One's gonna be for like noodles. This one's gonna be, what's it gonna be?
The fact that I was talking about how easily I forget stuff and forgetting about that exact thing that I was trying to not forget, it just goes to show I easily forget something at the same moment that I'm talking about what I don't want to forget.
This one's for noodles. These 2 are like for whatever I think of at the time. Fried chicken, nuggets, 2 fried rice, noodles. That's what I have so far right now. And I like doing this because then I wouldn't, you know, use too much that day or something, you know? Because I tend to cook big meals and I really need to stop doing that. Okay. And then I just stick them in the freezer for the next time. And that's it.
If you guys are wondering why Eli was crying, it's because I asked him to get off a chair before he fell over. And it's that same blue chair that he always climbs on, that he always falls off of. And he threw a fit, went upstairs and closed the gate. So he locked himself upstairs, and that's why he was screaming. Because I was like, you know what? You're staying up there until I'm done putting this away.
Alright, so I'm done making the mole. That's what it looks like. It's just like a sauce. And then these are the kids' plates. I'm making the rice right now. And once it's done, I'll like give him her food. Ethan's is this one because he does like protein more than anything else. And Arya and Eli, they don't like that much protein, so I'm gonna give him big scoops of rice. He's getting that, and then his scoop of rice will be in here. I'm gonna add some of the mole and this little thing because I know he does like it, but it's just too messy for him to deal with. So I'm gonna let him just like dip it in. And yeah, this is the mole that I use, Doña Maria. And for that much mole, I only used half of it. I had like half of it saving from last time I made mole.
The next day.
So I'm making cookies right now and I'm using my book light again. And this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like right now. I'm just gonna add some chocolate chips, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge for about like 30 minutes, and then I'll cook them.
The next day.
Yes, again.
So, good morning. How are you? Good morning. Hello. I'm just refilling the cereal boxes right now. So I kind of just woke up, but I can't stop thinking about certain things, you know? And I feel like a lot of people do this, okay? Like, I've had problems in high school, which is weird, you know? To me, it's weird because I always, like, stay by myself, you know? I mind my own business. And I was just that girl that was just to herself, talking to her friends. But one day, I, like, showed up to school and for some reason, no one really talked to me. And I was like, weird. Okay, I guess everyone's in the damn mood today. And I never really understood why. That day I was like, it's weird, you know, like everyone kind of just distanced themselves from me and stuff. It was just a random ass day, you know? And I was always like wondering, like, why the hell is everyone acting weird towards me? Like, why is everyone like practically ignoring me? And later on, probably like a week later, I go to my friend's house, and that was my ex-BFF. I go to my friend's house and I was like, hey, like it was like kind of a usual routine that we did, and she hasn't like showed up to school in like a couple of days or something like that. So I like went to go check up on her basically and say like, come on, let's go to school. Tell me why she doesn't really like, I don't know, say much to me. I go into a room and I just talked to her and she's like, hold on, I need to go talk to my mom. And I was like, okay. And so she goes to talk to her mom and she comes out of the room and she's like, my mom wants to talk to you. And I was like, okay. Because like me and her mom never actually like talked like that. So I was like, I don't even know your mom. Okay, let me talk to your mom. And that's what I did. So I talked to her and she like starts telling me, like trying to motivate me to like not do certain things and stuff like that. And I was so confused about the conversation. And towards the end, she was like, if you want to make money, I can show you how to make money the right way, you know, like money is gonna attract guys the right way. Don't just like start doing all these things, you know, like freaky stuff, you know. Just, she's basically told me don't just give out your body to anyone. And at the time, I was a virgin and I had barely gotten my first kiss. So I was like why are you telling me this? Oh my gosh. I was like so weirded out about the conversation, and obviously that wouldn't come out of her head on her own, you know. So I was like wondering like what, I almost said her name, what my ex-best friend told her, you know, because I was like, I don't understand what's going on right now. And basically she didn't really let me talk much, so I was like, okay. I kind of just said okay, and I left it at there. And I was gonna ask my ex-BFF at the time, like what the hell she was talking about. And I don't remember if I did or didn't. Like, there's certain points in my life where I was just like, I'm not even gonna bother with you if you're gonna believe some shit like that. I don't get it. Maybe she came up with it on her own. I'm not really sure what the case was. So I was kind of just weirded out by that. And if it was a rumor, I hadn't heard of it until that very moment. So apparently it was going around the school for a while, which is why a lot of people were just acting very distant and stuff like that. And to this day, I still have no idea who came up with that rumor, but I did ask her mom, and I was like, who told you this? Alright, sorry, my camera ended up dying. She said like some friend of, I almost said her name again, oh my god, I'm gonna be exposing people. But she said her name was Kid. It's like her nickname or something like that. And I was like, who the fuck is that? Because honestly, I had no idea who that was until I realized like, oh, it was this one girl that I kind of hung out with, I guess, but not really. It was just this girl that kind of was around, I guess, you know, because I was a new girl in school. And my best friend at the time, she had her own group of friends before she met me. And she kind of like brought me along with her in her group. And yeah, she was basically like always hanging out with the stoners and stuff. And I'm not really sure that Kid was a stoner, and I'm keeping her name as that because I don't really know her. She's kind of irrelevant to like everything else. But yeah, I was informed by, I almost said her name again, by my ex-best friend's mom that it was that student that went to school with us. And honestly, I hadn't seen her in so long. I don't know if her and my ex-best friend stopped being friends or whatever the case was. But yeah, she wasn't really around much. So I was like, I didn't even know she kind of even went to the school anymore, you know? At that point, I kind of thought she moved away or something. Like, I haven't seen her in a very long time, like, which was nowhere to be found, you know? So I was like confused as to like how she would even get that information, or if she made up the rumor herself. Like, I was just so confused by that. But yeah, that's what happened. And I don't think anyone believed me when I told them like it wasn't me, you know, like, you guys have the wrong person. Like, it wasn't me that did that, you know, because the rumor was I was being a little hoe, okay? I was being a little ho-ho, you know, like I was apparently doing some nasty stuff in the baseball field or something like that. And I was like, we have a baseball field? Like, first of all I knew that we had was a freaking football field and then some other land on the like side of the school that was kind of dead, you know? And I was like, we actually use that field? People were saying that I was doing some nasty stuff in the baseball field. And from what I do know is that girl that called herself Kid was the one that like either made up the rumor or heard about it and then spread it more. My best friend low-key stopped hanging out with me and stopped talking to me around that time, and like her mom was kind of making her take care of her siblings and stuff, which made sense. But at the same time, like, you don't have to completely stop talking to me, you know? But she did, and I feel like it was mainly because she thought I was like actually hanging around, you know? So I was like so confused about that, because I was like, the least you could do is actually talk to me about it and not be like, oh, hi, you know, very distant and stuff. Because it's like, if you really were my friend, you would have just told me yourself, not told your mom to talk to me, you know? My high school experience was pretty much damaged at that point, and everyone kind of just had this ideal of me or whatever. Everyone that knew about it, at least, you know, and knew me, kind of just like pushed me away and didn't really talk to me much. And yeah, it kind of sucked, because I was like, first of all, I've never done some nasty shit like that ever. I literally had just gotten my first kiss, you know. Like, why would I, who would I do some nasty shit like that with, knowing damn well I'm like that quiet and that like closed off into myself, you know? Like, for the longest time I was like that, and I still am, low-key. I'm still like very standoffish. I'm more like comfortable being a loner rather than feeling like I have fake people around me, you know? Ever since that experience, I just never really had anyone so close to me. Yeah, it's because it's embarrassing, first of all. Like, who the fuck decided to make up that rumor? And second of all, my so-called friends weren't actually my friends if they didn't even bother talking to me about it. Like, they didn't say anything to me. They kind of just stopped talking to me, and that was the case, you know? Like, imagine if that happened to you guys and you had friends and you thought that you could trust them with like anything, you know? Like, they didn't even have enough confidence to ask me about it or anything. They kind of just believed a rumor that I was the last person to hear about. And that kind of like low-key crushed me, because I'm an emotional bitch, okay? I have a big heart, and at the time I was way more sensitive. Not enough to cry, but enough to like make me depressed, you know? And it got to me, it really did, especially if people were like calling me names and stuff, and just me knowing the truth and knowing that no one else believes me really hurt me. It really took a turn on my mental health, and yeah, it was just not fun. I didn't have a good high school experience, so when people kept calling me names while I was like walking to class or anything like that, I did my best to like not say anything back or not let it get to me right away. But sophomore year, it was kind of like still going, because I was like dating this one guy at one point. I don't even know how long we dated, probably like a month or two, maybe a couple of weeks. I'm not really sure. At that time, I still wasn't really wanting to like have any sexual intercourse or anything like that with anyone, but I could tell that that guy I was dating really wanted to. At that point, that rumor was like going on for a while, you know, and it's been a year, and no one even talked to me or anything like that. I was really just like the biggest loser. Yeah, everyone was just very standoffish because of like what they heard about me. I didn't even bother like really getting out there again, because I was like, no, like, it's high school, I can't really trust anyone, you know. Honest, I was like in rambles at that point. I think at the time I was using painkillers to like make me feel good. Make me feel okay. That day, I think like the teachers have like their conferences or something, so there was like a certain day out of the school week that was like no school today, you know? So I took that day, basically pretended that I still had school, and I went to hang out with my boyfriend. Like, I literally hung out with him all day. We were kind of like just talking at like the whole time, and then towards the end of the day where I like had to go, I didn't really want to, you know, because I felt like I was already low-key having like anxiety, but he really wanted to, so I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot, you know, I'll give it a try. We were starting to like hook up, I guess. I started having like an anxiety attack, you know. I was starting to feel hot and like shaky, and I just asked him to like, never mind, like get off, you know, like never mind, I don't want to do this anymore. Look at my hair. Or I was thinking of like putting it back like this. Dang! Excuse you! Hi! And then you know, I was letting him, you know, but I started getting a panic attack as soon as like he was like this much in me, you know. I told him to get off. He got off, and I was like, I can't do this, and I was like, I have to go, and I basically left just like that. And the weekend went by, I believe, and I was just kind of contemplating everything. I was thinking, I was like, I feel like, you know, I've been dating him for a little bit, you know, and even if I'm not ready, I feel like it should be a moment of like excitement and stuff, you know, and I wasn't. So I took that as a sign, and I was like, maybe he just isn't the person for me, you know. So probably like a few days later, I was going to school. We were still like together, and I was a little standoffish for sure. I like definitely remember being a little standoffish, and I ended up breaking up with him. He told everyone that I broke up with him or whatever, and I guess he was butthurt about it because, you know, he was a very emotional guy, and I didn't mean to break his heart or anything, but in my mind, you know, like if I feel like something's off, if it's not right, I need to end it, you know. Like, what's the point of like keeping him around, you know? Like, move on, find another girlfriend that feels good around you and stuff like that, you know. Like, he did make me happy and everything. He was a very sweet guy. I don't know, I just took that as a sign. Like, why would I get anxiety around him, you know, if the person that you're with is supposed to make you feel as safe as possible, and he didn't make me feel that way. So I ended up breaking up with him because of that. And yeah, the way he went about things were a little messed up, especially because he knew the rumors that were being spread about me the first year. He ended up telling everyone that he had sex with me and this and that, blah blah blah, you know, and everyone basically started saying like, wow, you lost your virginity to him and stuff like that. I was like, no, I didn't. And I told everyone, like, if he's gonna be telling everyone or the lies that he told, you know, he basically said like he fucked me and then we broke up, you know. So I took the initiative and I told the truth, you know. I was like, he like put it in and like he barely put the tip in, and I got an anxiety attack, so I told him to get off. Everyone kind of started making fun of him at that point and started calling him just the tip or something. And because he was saying like he lost his virginity and this and that, you know, he like did me, you know. And I was like very upset that he was just going about things like that, because I thought he was, you know, a nice guy or whatever. But that's exactly what he was. A nice guy. You guys know what I mean, okay? There's a difference between a good guy and a nice guy. So yeah, that's the kind of guy he was. And I was like so glad that I didn't lose my virginity to him. But I ended up losing my virginity to an even bigger jerk. And I don't know why I put myself through that, but I did. I wouldn't say I was getting bullied, but, you know, it was messed up of like people to like, you know, call me names and stuff like that. So I had this friend, and he kind of asked me out like practically right after I broke up with old dude, you know. So I was telling him like he wanted to talk to me in like the football field or something like that, And so we were talking this and that, and I knew he had a thing for me, but I was always straight up with him, and I always told him, like, just don't see you that way. Like, yes, you're very sweet, you're very kind and stuff like that, but that's not all I need in a relationship. And at that moment, I didn't really want to get into a relationship, and I was also having some sort of like crush on someone I was in class with, but I never wanted to do anything about that either, because I didn't want a boyfriend anymore, you know? Like, I had just kind of just like broken up with dude, and I just didn't want another boyfriend, you know? To me, I was happier single, and yeah, I just don't want to deal with that. He was like asking me out, you know, and I kept telling him no. Like, I kept trying to be as nice as I can, you know, letting him down easy, you know. But he kept pushing it and like pushing it, and it got to the point where he was literally begging and like hugging me and stuff, and I was like, can you just please stop, you know, can you like not? And I was like, oh, we have to go to class, like the bell rang, you know, I don't want to be late, we have to go to class, this and that. And he would not let me go, guys, he would not let me go. So I was like, please stop. Like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, you're like a good guy, you know, but I don't want to like do this right now. And I kept telling him like how I felt, you know, I did not want to be dating anyone right now. So I said yes, because he wouldn't let me go to class. So I ended up telling him yes, fine, this and that. I like told him, please don't tell anyone yet though, please. And I guess he told people. Oh my god. See, this is why I dated older guys, because I just cannot deal with people my age. I could not. Oh my gosh. But anyways, yeah, he ended up telling people that I said yes, blah 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 blah. That same day I broke up with him around lunch, I believe, or maybe, I'm not really sure. But I ended up breaking up with him, and here came the rumors again that I was a slut and I was a whore. And even this girl that didn't like me from jump, I believe, like, she never really bothered getting to know me or anything like that, you know, but she was around. She ended up calling me names too while I was like walking to class, calling me names like slut, or blah blah blah, you know. And this one day she kind of made it very, very obvious while lunch was over. She was like walking, but I was like crossing to go straight to my class. She yelled slut, so I turned around and she wasn't even looking at me. She wasn't like, you know, doing anything. I don't know if she was walking with someone, I don't remember, but she definitely said something very loud for someone to hear. So she ended up calling me a slut, and which is funny because I really don't feel that was a slut move, you know. A slut move is what she did later on. So she ended up dating that same guy that I broke up with like the same day, and she ended up breaking up with him after like a couple of months of them being together. I don't know how long they were together, but they were together for like a while. She ended up breaking up with him and ended up dating either his brother or his cousin, like right after. So I was like, but I'm that, okay. I'm the slut, okay. And to me, like, if you talk shit to me, okay, like personally, over some things that you actually do, it's kind of like, honey, you do not make yourself look good. You're not making yourself look good right now. Not only are you a biggest hypocrite, but you're talking shit on something that wasn't even real. But you, honey, your relationships were real.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.